Space is of course a vast, unending task to aim to explore, unravel and understand, and is certainly one that can never be completed. Yet, within our lifetimes, tremendous advancements are being made into our understanding of our neighbouring planets, universes and homes. So today, here at Unexplained Mysteries, we'll be taking a look at 3 interesting space discoveries. NASA scientists detect evidence of a parallel universe where time runs backwards. For decades, our TV screens have been riddled with science fiction shows, weaving stories of parallel universes and describing realms filled with time travel and aliens alike. Well, new research as recent as 2020 suggests that these ideas are not quite so far-fetched, as scientists describe actions of particles resembling expectations of parallel universes, where both the rules of time and physics appear to be inverted to our own. The idea of a multiverse has not always been confined to our comic books and fictional tales. It has been suggested for numerous years that there is a likelihood of a multiverse existing, and subsequent research that has been conducted for years now has taken this possibility into account. One often cited area of physics that has considered the possibility of a parallel universe is quantum mechanics, with the many-worlds theory, first proposed by American physicist Hugh Everett III in 1957 whilst completing his doctoral thesis at Princeton University. This informed his relative state formulation, which has impacted the field for decades now. Whilst undeniably influential, the impact of the many-worlds interpretation has not been isolated nor uncontested by any means. At the time of publication by Everett, the leading, dominating and ultimately competing theory was the Copenhagen interpretation, a wider explanation of quantum physics, with a much broader meaning and more contradictory ideas within it. Even today, the Copenhagen interpretation dominates the discourse and discussions of quantum mechanics. Or will that change with this new 2020 discovery? An experiment aiming to detect cosmic rays appears to have discovered particles that many scientists have suggested are from a universe, world or realm that is parallel to our own. If a universe of this nature genuinely exists, current theories suggest that its formation likely coincides with our own, being born via the Big Bang. These leading field experts used apparatus described as a giant balloon to move NASA's Antarctic Impulsive Transient Antenna, also known as ANITA, to above Antarctica. Antarctica made for an ideal location for the employment of this technology, as the environmental factors, including dry air and a distinct lack of radio noise, left few extraneous variables to distort and corrupt the data and findings. We discovered here that Earth has a consistent, constant arrival of high-energy particles entering our atmosphere from outer space. It has been well established that low-energy particles, known as subatomic neutrinos, with a mass nearing zero, are able to pass through Earth with ease. We also believed, until now, that the particles with high energy have been unable to pass through our planet, being stopped by the solid matter of Earth itself. This new research, conflicting with established premises, has been assumed to indicate that these particles are coming up out of the Earth, emitting particles with a heavier mass, known as tau neutrinos, as detected by ANITA. The previous idea, however, had been that we were experiencing high-energy particles coming down from outer space to the Earth. So, what do scientists think this inverted trajectory means? Simply put, many physicists believe that these new, bizarre particles are travelling back in time, providing possible evidence to support the idea of a parallel universe where the time runs backwards to our own. Experimental particle physicist Peter Gorham and principal ANITA investigator explained that the only other explanation as to the odd behaviour of the tau neutrino particle is that it had somehow shifted into a new particle before passing through the Earth, and then changing back into its original state once again. Of course, many skeptics were quick to voice an opinion here. Despite this phenomenon having seemingly limited explanations, though we cannot be certain either way as to exactly what is happening with the tau neutrino particle. Will more particles arise to support the idea of a backwards parallel universe, or will this discovery simply become the future material of a sci-fi episode? China spacecraft sends Mars footage for the first time. Breaking news within the early days of 2020 comes from the latest space exploration mission conducted by the China National Space Administration. The 5th of February 2021 saw the release of images and video footage of the surface of Mars captured by China's Mars probe named Tianwen-1. This video footage gives us a closer insight than has ever been possible before, providing a view of Mars's surface. Tianwen-1 entered the red planet's orbit on the 10th of February 2021 and captured a clip of the surface of Mars moving in and out of view against the dark sky. The remarkable video footage provided by this aspirational and resoundingly successful mission shows us white craters, according to news reports. The equipment used for this fantastic space exploration quest, Tianwen-1, features a Mars orbiter, lander and solar-powered rover and weighs a staggering 5 tons. This impressive technology set out from China in the July of 2020, having only recently completed its journey to the red planet, making it to its intended destination in February this year. This progress in space exploration presents a momentous step forwards in the Beijing space program, aiming to compete with the US advancements of NASA. Could Tianwen-1, whose name translates to Questions to Heaven, present a turning point for exponential growth in the China National Space Administration? Current predictions and growth markets suggest that by 2022, there could be a space station fully equipped with a crew established by the China National Space Administration. Adding further heat to the US-China space competition is the estimated landing of the US opposing mission in May later this year. Increasing the close quarters in this space discovery again is that the first ever United Arab Emirates interplanetary mission accomplished this same feat. Later, within the same week, the United Arab Emirate Hope probe entered Mars's orbit too. Such close competition certainly introduces new perspectives and even more levels of success to the Beijing space mission. The next steps from Chinese astrophysicists in exploring Mars is the implementation of the rover Utopia, due to land on Mars in May later this year. This is due to orbit for 1 year on Mars, equivalent to 687 days on Earth. Whilst Mars has long proved to be a problem and a point of mystery in discovery and space research, we have already gained a wealth of new knowledge from this new video footage, including geological observations from the Schiaparelli crater and the Valles Manieres canyons. NASA finds ancient organic material, mysterious methane on Mars. NASA's own Curiosity rover has stumbled across organic material preserved within sedimentary rocks on Mars, up to 3 billion years old. Whilst many people hear organic molecules and assume this equates to life and biological sustainability, NASA has been quick to disclaim that whilst this is exciting, this is not the only possible explanation. The molecules found on Mars certainly contain carbon and hydrogen, with the likely possibility of accompanying elements such as oxygen and nitrogen yet to be found. Associate Administrator for the Science Mission Directorate at NASA headquarters, Thomas Zabukan stated, "With these new findings, Mars is telling us to stay the course and keep searching for evidence of life. Whilst we may not have concrete evidence that Mars has hosted life, we have enough material to speculate and not entirely dismiss the idea that there may once have been life on Mars, supported by the now ancient organic material." Another NASA researcher, Jen Eganbrode, explains that this organic material could simply record and document ancient life, may have even been a food source for life or even existed entirely independently of life. Most importantly, however, she stresses that this is an insightful and promising discovery regardless as to which category this finding does fall into, as it tells us new information regarding the planetary conditions and processes, all informed by the chemical compositions found. Today we can determine that Mars can no longer support life, though this discovery of organic material reminds us that in the past, Mars once had environmental conditions and a climate that could facilitate liquid water, meaning life could theoretically survive. However, this discovery does not end here. Scientists have also discovered a fluctuation in methane levels in the atmosphere of Mars, dependent upon each season. The study observed these changes to be consistent within each Mars year, over a 3-year period on Mars, equating to a 6-year-long study for the scientists here on Earth. This observation was completed by the sample analysis at Mars Suite of the Curiosity. There are multiple explanations, again with varying degrees of excitement attached, as to why the methane levels fluctuate like this. Some suggest that the chemical interaction between water and rock may have generated methane, while others retain a firm belief that we should still consider that this methane has a biological origin, suggesting Mars once hosted some kind of life. Do these new influences and factors suggest that life once existed on Mars before a climate evolution and development that became too inhospitable, or could these discoveries stem from the other environmental explanations? Perhaps we are not as alone in our solar system as we may have once thought. The modern advancement of space exploration is unending and exciting, giving us information we never knew we were missing and providing insights and theories we never thought possible. But what do you make of these amazing space discoveries we recently found? Be sure to let us know your thoughts in the comment section below and help us by growing this community while working to solve these unexplained mysteries. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos.